Hi there, and thanks for tuning in to this week's edition of your Wheel and Anchor weekly newsletter, coming to you from Stockholm, capital of the beautiful Scandinavian country of Sweden. We just arrived here today, having taken the train overland from Copenhagen, where we spent five amazing days getting to know that amazing Danish city. The theme for this week is all about walking. I'm out on one of my long walks. It's what I love most when I come to cities like this or out in the countryside or wherever it have you. And, we all have our own reasons for walking. For me, as much as anything, it's an opportunity to sort of clear my head. It's kind of meditative, but at the same time, I find it's also the best way to enjoy a city like this, to sort of breathe the air, smell the flowers as they go by, but also to sort of admire the buildings and watch the people. Where are they going? What are they doing? And so whatever it is for you, walking is, I think, it's sort of an integral part of our day-to-day routine, so much so that we often don't even think about it. We spend, sometimes we walk just for fitness or for fun or just to have a little bit of after-dinner digestion. But whatever your reason for walking, it is certainly a big part of our trips at Wheel and Anchor. We do a lot of walking on our trips because, in my view, it is one of the best ways to see these cities. And so, it doesn't mean you necessarily have to do a lot of walking, but the more that you do, the more time that you spend just meandering around, getting lost down some alley somewhere or crossing a bridge like I'm doing now, whatever your rationale is for it, get out and walk. It's a great way to, as I say, to really experience all these cities and these wonderful places. And so in the theme of that, one of the next programs that we're about to release is our long-awaited Sicily Part 2 in Cefalù. And one of the things that I like about that part of Sicily is that immediately around the town, you've got a lot of beachfront, lots of places to walk. There's a mountain with a fortress on it, which has some terrific hiking trails. It's a little bit more arduous for those who like to get up in the morning, get the blood pumping a little bit. And then, of course, you have the huge Park Madoni, which is in the mountains just outside of Cefalù, not far away. We can take a local transportation there or a taxi or what have you, and admire some of the beautiful scenery that the northern shore of Sicily has to offer. So join us for that webinar. It's coming up on this coming Thursday, July the 7th at our usual time at 11 o'clock a.m. and we're going to be exploring part 2 of our Sicily Live Away program. And beyond that, we've got a few more webinars in store for you. You'll find some links in the blog below. And finally, we have the last edition of our 2022 Trip Inspiration Survey. The theme of this one is our experiential journeys. And so just a quick word on that. And again, I appreciate your indulgence in completing that survey, as you have done for the last few. With our experiential journeys, these are the kind of trips that take us a little bit beyond the beaten track. Some of them are expedition cruises, some of them are some very unique rail journeys, and some of them are some overland trips and hiking trips in parts of the world that you might not otherwise think about going to. So have a look through them. There's about 20 different places that some of them are already in planning. Some of them we're going to decide whether to do depending on how much interest we get from our members. So that is the last edition of our Trip Inspiration Survey. And so I'll leave you there. I've got another 5,000 or 10,000 steps I want to get done this evening on a beautiful day here in Stockholm, Sweden. So take care of yourself, and I'll catch up to you next week.